What's up? What's up? How's it going? Hello. Happy Monday. Is it Monday still? No, it's Tuesday. No, it's Monday. It's Monday. I forgot what day it is at this point. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to open some packs because I have them and I figured I might as well. I got a new voicemail. I wonder who that's from. Someone's calling me at 9 p.m. Like, who's doing that? Who calls anybody at 9 p.m.? Anyway, these are the different packs that I have from the various sets that I've either purchased or were given. This is my last week in town before I move, and a couple of my friends down at the closet where I play, the place that I play the game, Closet, got together and gave me a few packs. I also had a few packs left over from the last tournament that we played, the last session that we had, and I just didn't open them because I didn't feel like it. I thought I'd save them all up and open them all together. So there are like 10 of these, or maybe 9 of these. There's literally this one from way old school Battle of Faerun. These are I have the most of War of Light. There's like 16 War of Light, something like that, 17 War of Light, 3 Civil War packs, and 2 Faerun Under Siege. So it is a smorgasbord of packs. Feel free to let me know which you would prefer I open first. I don't really have a preference. If you don't say anything soon, then I will just open whatever I feel like. Probably just going to start with, I don't know. My wife's here too. Destiny, what do you think I should start with?
That.
World's Finest? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can do that. Just a casual Monday night. We'll leave that guy over here. World's Finest, says my wife, and she's awesome, so we'll go with that. That's because she's the world's finest, says my wife of herself. She's nothing if not humble too. Okay, so let's see. I don't need much of anything from any set, so these are really just for fun. Let's adjust the camera so that you may see. Bam. Autofocus. No, actually, I don't need autofocus. Autofocus is terrible. Yeah, we'll just do the focusing. Yeah. Boom. So we'll talk about these cards, and we'll just talk. Feel free to throw out questions, comments, topics of conversation in the comments or in the stream. 4-cost common Bat Cave. This is the cool one. You know, I had a team once that was all about putting your KO'd characters, like KOing all your characters with Talisman of Ultimate Evil, throwing them all into this, and like wiping your opponent's board. It was really fun, but it was a lot of actions, and it was pretty expensive. Then we have Catwoman. All of the Catwomans ever, always have been pretty bad. This one, when she attacks, KO target opposing character die. This one's not bad. They pay 2 life to stop it, but that's not bad. World's Finest, my wife has spoken. My wife has spoken indeed. I guess that's like literally the only Catwoman that's not bad. That's not terrible. How's everyone's Monday? How was Monday for everyone? My Monday was productive. I'll show you the boxes later that are sitting behind me. This room is like half box currently. It is currently comprised of half boxes. Superman Determined, Iron Will, which is a cool keyword that doesn't really see much use. Anyway, and then, hi, we got a rare. Look at that. Rare, Violent Lunatic, the Joker. Wall of Text, the Joker. When he attacks, draw a die. If it's a sidekick, roll it. Otherwise, put it back in your bag. Place a sidekick die in your use pile and deal 2 damage to all opposing character dice of the same energy type rolled. Yeah, that's such a bad card. Such a bad card. So draw a die, hope it's a sidekick, deal damage based on what it rolls. If it comes up a sidekick, then just weep. Because you got through the first portion of the RNG and you managed to fail on the second. Whoops. You guys want to talk about, hey, this is a global that needs to be printed again. Switch target attacking, or switch target character dies attack and defense until the end of the turn. I wish this card still existed. Oh, dude, if I got Babs, that would be sick. Actually, I pulled Babs the very first time we drafted this set. I pulled Babs. It was pretty awesome. Monday was good. Traded for the last Nationals cards that you needed. That's cool. And then we have Harley Quinn, uncommon. When she is KO'd from combat damage, you can pay 1 to purchase another one of her, and then purchase the Joker instead of her, which is cool-ish. Man, pulling Babs would be hilarious. Pretty sure this was like all that was left in this box. Maybe not all that was left in the box, but there wasn't much. Robin. This is the good Robin that gets +3/+3 when Batman's out. And then uncommon Brainiac. While he's active, after your opponents declare blockers, you can swap them around. Unfortunately, you cannot take blockers off of one character and put them on another. You got to maintain the same amount of blockers. Because how broken would that be? That would be pretty broken. What do you guys think of the world's finest set? Oh my god, how cool would that be? Oh, it's too bad. I don't have the rare Bizarro. When fielded, you'll do 2 damage to each character that has a global ability. And then good old Force Attack. Force Attack Bane. Solid. I liked this set. I don't think it saw as much play as I would have liked, or it didn't have as many competitive cards as I would have liked. It's a pretty cool set, though. Be cool to like just do drafts of. Hey, we got another rare. That's awesome. Alfred, common Alfred, and then we got a. Oh no, it looked like a rare from the glint when I pulled it out. Uncommon, the Penguin. None of these are very good. None of the Penguins are very good. So I intentionally stocked up on. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is another one. I intentionally stocked up on War of Light because, believe it or not, I don't have much of War of Light. Like, I never really bought into it. Of course, I say all the Penguins are bad, and now I have a Penguin here. Oh man, this Batman Speedy Recovery is solid. I love this card. Just KO it, return it, KO it, return it. It's pretty cool. And then the same exact Penguin. Penguin Bully. Bane Global, man. It's a pretty sick global. Do we have another Force Attack global? I can't remember. Didn't we get one? And prevent one damage to target character die. Aw, yeah, love this set. This is a good set. I'm a fan too. What do we got here? Uncommon. Superman's Killer. When fielded, KO all Superman character dice. Throw this on the team along with the Superman Global, or the Superman Maker Global. Superman Family Maker Global. What was that? Trusted Friend? Is that what that was? Just like pay a bunch of things to make everything. Oh, guys, look. It took me forever to actually get this card. I had to trade someone for this card because I could never pack it. Super rare. No, just kidding. That would be so sick, though. He gets +4/+4. That's pretty good. Is a 5-drop. 5-drop 9/9. No, a 5-drop 10/10 on top. That would be pretty sick. It's too bad the super rare kind of steals the spotlight on that one. Ooh, let's do a running poll. Do we get any super rares? Yes or no? Any super rares? The distribution is like the chances of it are very slim because I did not sit there and like look to see how many are there. So those are all of the. Let's see how many there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 9 of the packs from World's Finest. That's because I took the first place in that event, and prize was 9 packs. Looks like I'm doing War of Light next because my wife has spoken. Yes, you think I'm gonna get a super rare? That'd be pretty sick. As I said, I don't have too many of the War of Lights. Hey, Bleeze. Oh, that's a bent up card, man. Wonder Girl. Cassie Sandsmark. Man, I saw a lot of this card back in the day. This card was pretty cool. And then Bleeze. When purchased, if you have a bolt in your reserve pool, put this die in your bag instead of your used pile. That's pretty cool. You think super rare Parallax? That would be sick. I would take that. I'm going to keep these dice separate. I've recently been going through and organizing dice because moving. Trying to get stuff like extras given to people that could use them, that sort of thing. And so I don't want to get them disorganized because no one wants that. Hey, this is something we can talk about later. It's a 7-drop Larfleeze. You can change the sidekick's attack and defense to match Larfleeze's, and then you can just attack with it. But he can't attack. But he's got a 288 on top, which is disgusting. It's pretty cool. And then over here we've got the common Raven. If another Teen Titans character die is KO'd, you can re-roll that die. It just brings it back. All of the Ravens were pretty cool, in my opinion. I did not play with this set at all, except once. I got together with a friend who was already at the game closet, which is where I play, obviously. Got together with a friend and bought 20 packs, or maybe I bought like 40 packs. I can't remember, but I bought a lot of packs. And we split them up between each other, and we played sealed. It was really fun. It was really cool. Saint Walker can't attack or block unless another... was that Green Lantern? Yeah, Green Lantern character is active, and then we've got Uncommon, Supergirl, Enraged. While she is active, your sidekicks get +1/+2, which is cool. +1/+2. Yeah, blue-green, man. Blue-green drafted up. I never drafted this set either. I feel like this set would be good in draft. Or at least interesting. Maybe not good, but interesting nonetheless. Atrocitus. KO target shield character when he attacks. And then Common the Flash. Barry Allen of Earth. If you have a Green Lantern active, the Flash can't be blocked by less than 3 character dice this turn. So he's a 5-drop, and all you need is a Green Lantern. Unfortunately, he's a 3/3 on bottom. And knowing everyone's luck, you'll roll him as a 3/3 most often. Either way, though, he's 3 free damage, and maybe you just throw on some like buff globals. That'd be a good one to look back at. Because no one's blocking with 3. Whoa, super... just kidding. Man, the Lantern Battery. For each energy in your reserve, prevent 1 damage from each character of that energy type each turn. Pretty cool. Hey, a rare. The rare Atom. Is this the cool one? At the beginning and end of your turn, you may level up or down Atom. Yeah, when blocking or blocked by a character of a higher level, you can spin him to level 3 and remove him from combat. Pretty cool. I remember this one. I think I actually had this one in that sealed. And he made a nice, versatile character. And he's a 4-drop. And his stat line, he's got a 255 on 255 on top. You can spin him up to it. Pretty sick. Wow, that's a cool looking die. For some reason, every time I see this die, like my first instinct is to think Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because that looks sort of like the die from Lord of D. The Flash. Man, Chris and Rob's Game Room is live, you guys. What are you doing watching this? We're just opening packs. They're playing a game. That's probably way more important. The character takes no damage during an attack step if Indigo's out. I like the Monk and Indigo little combo they tried to build in. It's unfortunate that it, you know, doesn't really... All of these cards never really saw any competitive play. Obviously, if we pulled like Rare Lantern Ring, then we'd be talking about that. We've got another Atom, and we got Bleeze, the common. That's blank text, 3 cost. It looks like a Bugle ship. Yeah, it does. The uncommon Atom. At the beginning and end of each turn, you can level him up or down. He can't be affected by abilities of higher level characters. He's a 1/1 on bottom, which is kind of gross. But hey, it is what it is. So is there anybody in chat that's playing in the draft tournament that the guys over there at Chris and Rob is running? I am. I've completed 2 rounds. And God, I just keep getting Bleezes. Look at this. Bleeze, common. Uncommon Mirror. Oh, guys, let's talk about this global. Pay a mask if this character would deal you 5 or more combat damage and instead deals you 2. Oh, I remember this card. This card was cool. I wish this card still existed. What do you think, Destiny? Doesn't that sound powerful? Wife of mine?
Sure.
Okay. Good. Thanks for supporting me, honey.
I did not listen to any of that.
You did a great job. You supported me. I think that card should still exist. I think that
cool.
would be awesome. Nope. Watched a few though. It's fun, man. It's a fun little experience drafting in this set. Guy Gardner, look, let's play that card. He's not broken. Especially this one. I like how he also counts as a Green Lantern. They just didn't throw it up there. Just because, I guess. Oh, man. I just keep crossing my fingers every time I see a Raven dice. Get that rare Raven. I have it already. It's just like one of those cards I enjoy. Teen Titans, man. Maybe we'll get some more of those in Justice. The Justice campaign box. If that ever gets released, you know, in 2020. We'll see it then. You guys pumped for the release of the Justice campaign box in 2020? There she is again, Queen of Atlantis. That one's fun. That global, though. Hey, a rare. Look, we've got a rare for both sets. A Mongol cannot be blocked by level 1 characters. So no sidekick chump blocking. No sidekick chump blocking that 4-2. Hoo-hoo! Look at you go. I'm glad I paid 5 for that guy. Am I right? Man, okay, so let's say there's... why am I drawing a blank? There's Avengers Infinity, there's Warhammer 40k, there's the Justice thing that was announced, and now there's the new X-Men thing that was announced. Out of those 4, you pick one you want to be given immediately. Like, someone's going to walk up to you and give you one of those sets. Which one do you pick? Like, free and clear. Free and clear. Superboy Prime, Supergirl, blank. Oh no, this is the Overcrush, just straight up Overcrush. That's right. 6-drop Overcrush. Ah, no, nobody cares about the Harley Quinn team pack, right? Those cards are bad. I mean, it's like almost true, right? Almost all of them are bad. Or are they? Oh my gosh, man. We just played a D&D only tournament. It was amazing. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, the hype. That would have been so sick. This is actually only the second Parallax die I've ever owned because I had to have someone give me their Parallax die. How sick would that have been, though? That would have been awesome. Anyway, tomorrow I'm playing in a 3 Wishes format variant. Playing in a 3 Wishes format where you have to run... You get to pick 4 cards for your team, just 4 random cards, for any 4 cards you want. One of the 5th card has to be Limited Wish from the first D&D set. Oh, hype! No. And then you pick 3 7-drops, or 8 drops, or 9 drops. Like anything above 7 or above. Man. And so you use the Limited Wish, obviously, to get to those big guys pretty early. Which is a cool format, and I'm excited for it. Here is the job of you, faithful, fun, awesome people in chat. You pick me out, and it's Golden Age, so you pick the 7... Okay, I've gotten like 4 of these. No, this is the 3rd. This is the 3rd one. If it's a super rare, that would be sick, but I don't think it's going to be. Anyway, you pick me 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, or whatever drops. You pick those, and the person who has the coolest ones, I'll run. If I have them. Batman, Fear's a Weapon. Super... Oh, man. There are no... Yeah, this one's cool too. I think I actually have the super rare of this. I think it's Golden Age. Yeah. So pick the coolest 3 big guys that you can think of, or maybe the coolest synergistic big guys that you can think of, and I'll run those. Whoever's got the coolest ones in chat wins. Wins the prize. Look, guys, we don't have very many left. We only have 3 Civil War, 1 Battle for Faerun, and 2 Faerun Under Siege. What do you guys want to open next? My wife probably has a choice, has an option. She has some ideas. We'll wait for the chat to catch up, though, because they're a little behind us in real time. Hey, I need this mouse. What are you doing?
Sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you. All right, so the options, again, are we can literally open 1 Battle for Faerun pack. Set was amazing. We can open 3 Civil War packs, or we can open 2 Faerun Under Siege packs. 1 vote for Siege.
2 votes for Siege.
Who?
Me.
Oh, you vote for Siege as well? Okay, 2 votes for Siege. I vote for Civil War because I'm holding them in my hands and I'm lazy right now.
Your vote doesn't count.
My vote? Okay. My vote doesn't count. So that's 2 votes for Siege. My wife counts as 2 people, though, so 3 votes for Siege. That's not a pregnancy thing or anything. I promise. All right, we're going to open these 2. Ready? Let's see what we got. Super rare. This is the one. Hey, super rare ring. Could it happen? No, it was the uncommon. I totally botched the execution on separating the cards. Let's look at it, though. Gnome Ranger. When fielded, cancel the effect from an action die that affects your character dice. I wish this one were reworked and reworded so that it could be used in Modern Age to just remove continuous action dice. Because it's kind of ambiguous when it says that affects your character dice. I mean, I guess like continue. Well, I don't know. It could remove traps too. That'd be kind of cool. And the uncommon Greater Ring, the one that doesn't have the global and therefore doesn't see any play. When an equipped character attacks, it deals damage to target character on its level, which is kind of cool. Man, I liked this. I liked that they put these little like flavor text things. Like this is the Ring of the Ram. I like that. Orion, Obelisk, Winged Dragon of Ra, and Rare Mr. Fix-It. But you can, well, I guess you can have more than 3, but only give me 3. Give me only 3 7, 8, 9, or 10 drops that I should run tomorrow. Sweet. Hellhound. I like the Hellhound. Gelatinous Cube. I have so many of the Gelatinous Cube dice. Capture the gear. And Hellhound. Your Fiend dice cost 1 less to purchase. There's a 7-drop Balor, or is it Balor? I don't know. That discounts your Fiend dice. Or no, it discounts itself. Man, Lolth. Maybe it's like Lolth that discounts your Fiend dice. There's the 2 Faerun Under Siege packs. This set was fun. I liked that set a lot. Forget about Bard. Nobody remembers that card. It's long gone. Nobody cares about it anymore. Outside of Bard. We're doing these next. I pick. Haha. Get wrecked. Destiny. Alright. Let's go. I can't get him out. Squirrel Girl and Bullet Guy. Ricochet, whatever. Bullseye, there it is. I couldn't think of the name. Deal 2 damage to target opposing character die. And then they kind of flip-flop. Yep. Rocket Raccoon. Deal 1 damage to each player. This is that gross one that Laurier played with Vicious Struggle. Which is a cool card. Cool card and cool combo. And I'm glad that... Sorry for bumping the mic. I'm glad that that doesn't exist anymore. Because that was gross and not fun. But cool. Come on. Hey. Spider-Man and Pym Particles, right? This was a fun set too. I liked this set. Especially drafting this set was fun. No when fielded. Locks down when fielded. And then target character die gets +1 in fast. +1A in fast. Which is cool. Yeah, that one's cool. The 3rd Civil War pack. I don't think we're going to get a super rare, guys. But that's not the point of this. I don't need a super rare. Who needs a super rare, am I right? Nobody actually does. I guess people that want to, like, go to Worlds do. But not from any of these sets. Intimidate. That's such a good ability. Unfortunately, it's on a 6-drop. Lose and cannot gain. Intimidate. It's cool. Uncommon Moonstone. Deal 1 damage to target opponent when fielded. A 5-drop, though. It's unfortunate. That's not enough for a 5-drop. Even that stat line is a 5/4. You got to pay 2 to get it out there on top. Just deal 1. When fielded, deal 1. Just not strong enough. You need something a little more punchy than just remove 1 life. Like when you're playing a 5-drop, you need something that like deals with the board in some way. All right, the final pack, Battle for Faerun, aka I think one of my top 3 sets of the entire game. Such a cool set. Orion on. Oh yeah, I already have that. I don't have the Tony Stark Wizard guy. I don't think I do. Slot in rare Silver Surfer for your 7-drop. You don't have to have like an 8 or 9 or 2. You just have to have 3 7 or aboves. Gosh, unfortunately, these are 2 not good cards. But whoa, that was weird. Came backwards. Hey, we got a rare though. There was literally just 1 pack sitting left in the box, and so I just grabbed it. Gets +1 and +1 when gear is equipped. This was a pretty cool card. And then the rare Carrion Crawler. When assigned to attack, roll all opposing NPCs, move those showing energy phases to the prep area, which is cool. Oh man, I love how thick these cards were back in the day too. They were like really, really thick. I miss that about D&D cards. They're like super good. Anyone want a rare Carrion Crawler? It's up for grabs. Gorilla Grodd, Force of Mind from GATF. Gives everyone Overcrush. Yeah, +1. I don't think I have the Phoenix Force cards. I actually was thinking the rare Cyclops from AVX as well, just because that card is awesome. I like that one a lot. Is that one subtitled Slim? Let me check. Hold on. Stare at a blank screen for a moment while I do things that you can't watch because I don't have the right button clicked. Cyclops. Let's type it up. Grab my keyboard. Cyclops. No, this was Scott Summers. Deal damage to opponent instead of his blockers. If you do so, you guys. Oh, that one's cool. I was picturing. Why was I picturing? If looks could kill. That one was sick. This one's cool. Let's see if I can show you this one. If looks could kill was a good one. Let's go. Add. Window capture. Okay. This button. I know you can't see anything right now, but just wait. Just wait. It'll be great. All will be well. Look at this. This card is sick. Boom. Like that one. That's one of my favorite old school cards. I say that about like a lot of cards. That's one of my favorite blah blah blah. That's one of my favorite this thing or that thing. Seriously though. Solid card. Because then he just like wipes your opponent's board. You know? Especially if you buff him, because he's like a 6/4 on top. Even just dealing 4 damage to your opponent's board is really good. Max 2, yeah, but it's a 7-drop, you know? 7-drop. The one you were talking about was this one. Which is cool too. Because he just, you know, either goes through for 6, 5, or 4, or he deals that damage, you know? Like he almost always goes through. And he goes to used. So basically unblockable, but also not unblockable. Kind of weird, but kind of cool. What else was suggested? Obelisk was suggested, which is a pretty cool one. Which one did they say? Uncommon? Yeah, that one was cool. The old school ones blocked but not knocked out. What were the other ones? Opponent cannot reroll dice. That's cool too. Opponent must pay 1 life to summon a monster. I think it's each time as well. But I could be wrong. I have this card. This one is the most exciting though. The most fun. I'm a fan of that card. If you run the rare, you can bring a force block global. Yep. You can. There's a lot of really cool old school ones. Like, I like... Let's just go 7-drop to 10-drop. And go... Well, just, I mean, backwards. Can you go backwards? None. These are the ones from AVX. Like, I don't have... I wish you could arrow down. You can't, like, flip through them. Don't have this card. Oh, man, that's from AVX. That's crazy. I would totally run this just because of the global as well, but I don't have it. Let's see. I liked the Doctor Strange, the uncommon one, but it's a 6-drop, which is a bummer as well. If it only were a 7-drop. Anyway, you guys tell me in the comments what I should run, and I'll totally run it. Okay, let's talk about this really quick. Oh, hey, you can see me. Nice. You can see me looking at you. You looking at me, looking at you. All right, this is what I wanted to pull up. Whoa, even on my screen, it's like behind. Look at that. It's a tunnel, you guys. We're in a tunnel. No one can see anything. Nah, you're probably good. Look at the tunnel. Stare at the tunnel. Anyway, flip over to this real quick. Transition. All right, so here we are. Our options are this. Let's go to the screen even. While I talk to you, our options are this. We can first look at a replay of me getting crushed, or we can talk about someone who had the, in my opinion, like the coolest custom card of the week. Which would you prefer? You want to watch me get destroyed, or do you want me to announce the person who I think had one of the coolest custom cards that worked with the common Kate Bishop? I'll let you pick, because I don't care. I was going to do both of them, so you just got to pick one. That's an interesting addition to that one. I made a mock-up of one of the cards that someone suggested to go along with common Kate Bishop. So I'm going to show that off because I spent like 5 whole minutes doing it. Custom card, 1 comment for custom card. What else we got? What else we got? Let's go to this page. Oh, but I don't have a thingy on it. That's all right. I could throw one on. Hold on. Because if you want a custom card, then I might as well get the background on this page so that I can then throw the custom card up here. You guys, we spent a lot of time packing boxes. Would you like to see the work that we did? Would you like to see this room? This room is insane. Let me show it to you. Hold on. Let me show it to you. It's going to be weird because it's just going to like be a random dude that pop. Well, hold on. I can do it this way. This room is so full of boxes. It's insane. You ready? You're going to get just a wonderful shot of this ridiculously packed room. I'm going to move the mic too so that you can see it even better. All right, room shot. Here we go. Autofocus. Turn that on, sure. Room shot in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Look at that. That goes back like 3 levels too. It's like 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of stuff, people. We threw a lot of stuff away too. You never know how much stuff you have in trash until you just start throwing all of your things away. So that's what we did. We just threw a lot of our things away. Anyway, transition back over here. All right, custom card. So the question was this. You ready? The question was, come up with a card that complements this card. Let me pull it up. Make a card that makes this card not terrible. Let me throw it on the screen. Center. So the question was, make a card, or the challenge, I guess, make a card that makes this card not terrible, right? Because this card is pretty terrible. Like when we talk about it, this is a pretty bad card, right? When fielded, you lose life equal to Kate Bishop's defense. She's a 2-drop. She's got a 3/4 on top, but you're taking 4 when you field her, 2 when you field her, or 1 when you field her. So she's got like good in aggro situations-ish, and not even really ish, but she's just generally pretty bad. If there were maybe some Avengers affiliations that could help her out, then we could consider this not being a really terrible card. But obviously, or not obviously, honestly, she's like super memey terrible, right? So the challenge was make this card not terrible. And big shout outs to the people who gave it a shot. And I think a couple of you had similar ideas. So let's go ahead and I'll give you the top 3 of in my opinion. One of them was not generated, they just typed it. They didn't actually generate the card. Let's see if I can pull that up and just show it to you. But I liked the idea and I liked the flavor of it. And so this one came in third place with a score of, I don't know where it went. Good great. Okay, here we go. Man, look at this. 661 people looked at this one post of me asking if you wanted to make a custom card. Hey, look. It's Facebook. Wow. No, go away, Kate Bishop. Nick says, let's make it bigger, see if we can zoom in. Just go. That's as big as we can get. Whoa, my God. Oh, no, go back. Reset. Change everything. Okay, Nick said, Deadpool, Share the Pain. That's a cool title and subtitle. Deadpool, Share the Pain. That's pretty awesome. While Deadpool is active, whenever you are forced to lose life, comma, target opponent loses the same amount. This does not trigger from normal damage, only loss of life. I think that is really cool, especially this title and subtitle. And that's a generally good idea for a way to make this work, is turn the damage that you take, or the loss of life that you take, onto your opponent as well. And so you both share the pain, which is why I like the Deadpool and Share the Pain idea. 4-cost Fist, the stat line is the same as the Deadpool one, so you got a 255 on top. I think it was like an 024, a 144, and a 155, something like that. And that is a solid, pretty cool little ability, right? And pretty cool, solid setup. Okay, so that for me was my number 3 pick. My number 2 pick was actually like posted an hour ago, 2 hours ago. It was this one from my good friend Steven. So he says a D&D type set basic action card. So he's got a 3-cost basic action, and the ability says, or the card is Blood Magic, and the ability says, reduce the purchase cost of one of your character or action die by the amount equal to the life lost this turn. This discount lasts until the end of the turn. Global ability, pay 1 generic, lose 1 life, prep a die from your used pile. That is super cool. Okay, first of all, this global is totally broken, so that needs to get a little bit revamped. But this ability is really cool, and pairing it with a global as well is very inventive and interesting. I made a card mock-up of this, and I like it a lot. Let's see if I can find it in downloads, because I should have it here. Where are you at, card? Here we are. Okay, throw this onto the desktop, then throw this onto you guys. And you can see this. Center, please. Center to screen. Check this out. So I changed the wording a little bit. So Blood Magic, basic action card. Reduce the purchase cost of a single character or action die by X, where X is the amount of life you have lost this turn. And then global, pay 1 and lose 1 life, prep a die from your used pile. So this global, again, needs to get reworked, because if it just preps a die from your used pile, that means like I can prep any character, any action, any sidekick by just paying 1 and losing 1 life. And he didn't specify like on your turn, pay and lose a life, just prep a die. Because if it doesn't have it on your turn, this is just like so incredibly disgustingly broken. It's really cool, but it's super, super disgusting. It's super disgustingly broken. So, oh, come on, you guys can see that? Oh, man. I gotta just turn this off real quick. I want to see if you guys are saying anything. So, boom, go away. Cool. Anyway, I think that card is super cool. And this was my second place pick. All right, number 1 pick of pairings, just because the flavor is so powerful, is let me center it. Boom. Turn the other one off. Is this one from Zane Carrick. This one is Hawkeye, a nice little pairing. It's a 3-cost mask character. It's got a complementary stat line. If you look, it's the same stat line on level 1 and level 2 as Kate Bishop. Let me see if I can actually pull up Kate Bishop alongside of it. Put Kate Bishop, you go over there, and Hawkeye, you come over here. So you can kind of see this. So similar stat line, the top side is switched to a 4-3, which is really strong. They're both mask characters. Probably give this one the Avengers affiliation as well, or maybe call it Ronin and don't give it an affiliation. Either way, it's cool that you got both characters on the same card as well, which is flavorful. It says, while active, if any characters or actions you control cause you to lose life, excluding combat damage, your opponent loses the same amount of life. So this is the same ability that we saw on Nick's card, version of the card. Just a few minor differences in wording, and the wording would have to get changed. Obviously, it would be while Hawkeye is active, if any characters or actions, and these don't have to be capitalized. So looking at the nuts and bolts of the card, would cause you to lose life, excluding combat damage. Your opponent loses the same amount of life. Is all similar to what we saw before, but the flavor is just as cool, if not cooler, and I think it is a little bit cooler just because you have a direct connection to Kate Bishop herself, and that was sort of the challenge, is a direct connection. Ooh, here's one. Someone just posted in the chat. Captain America Deflection. New card. Each time you would take a non-combat damage, pay a mask to redirect that damage to your opponent. So it's like not a global. That's an interesting card. But yes, this is my winner. So Zane is the winner of this challenge, and I'm going to throw some money at him. I'm going to throw him $5 on PayPal. So Zane Carrick, hit me up in a comment or like in a message, and I'll throw like $5, and you'll have to make the transition from US dollars to Australian dollars yourself. I'm not doing it. That's on you. My wife finds that funny, but seriously, you got to figure that out because I'm not going to sit there and do it. Maybe PayPal does it for you. Probably my wife would know. Hey, PayPal does it for you, right?
Probably.
All right, cool. Congratulations. There it is. Boom. That's a cool little pairing. You got both of them on the card. Anyway, we talked about it enough. Okay, you guys want to watch me get stomped? I got pretty wrecked. So I brought this past Saturday we played a Golden Age D&D only tournament. Everything that you brought had to be D&D only, okay? Which is cool, and I didn't want to be too competitive with it. Honestly, I wanted to just kind of bring something pretty fun. It had, in my opinion, it probably had to have a little bit of control options just to, beat out something like dragons or, basically just dragons, because dragons are super powerful. Otherwise, if I wanted to build like a super strong team, I would just put together a Ring of Winter Dragons team, right? Golden Age, Ring of Winter Dragons, that's broken. That's really good. So in order to avoid doing something like that, I put together a good characters team, and all of the good alignment characters, like all adventurers, except like Elf Thief, and it had the really cool rare unicorn. Let me see if I can pull up a rare unicorn really quick. It was a cool card. Can I clear you? Clear. Unicorn. Oh, I spelled unicorn wrong. Unicorn. All right, check this card out. This is a cool card. Window capture. No, not that window capture. Transition. All right, get these guys out the way. All right, so check this card out. It's a 4-drop. It's a good character, good aligned character. You can tell because of the halo on the top. It says, while active, your other good characters get +2/+2, which is really good, especially when you consider most of the adventurers are going to gain experience in this format, or can gain experience in this format, and the stronger they get, the better they are, and the longer the game goes, the better it is. So you just get a bunch of weenies. You throw them out there on the field. They already get the 2/2 buff from the 4-drop. All of my characters were like 4s and lower. I think I ran the half-elf bard that like protects your characters from abilities. I don't know. Anyway, it was a cool team. Oh, I got to put the signed rare Dwarf Wizard promo from the WKOs on the team. That was cool. That was probably the reason I ran it, just because I wanted to, actually use that card. Now that it's Golden Age, might as well work it out. But in round number 1, I ran into Zach, who just moved from Shreveport, and he's played this format a lot. And he brought a team with just a bunch of little guys as well, and Delayed Blast Fireball, which is one of my favorite old cards that I never really got to work. I don't know why, I just never never really put together a team that actually used Delayed Blast Fireball, and he did, and we can watch and see why it was so good. So let's go ahead and see if we can make that work. Bam. Okay. So this was the game. He's going to go ahead and go... I'm going to go ahead and go first. So roll up, get 2 sidekicks right off the top, as well as a mask. Reroll both sidekicks, 1 sidekick. So keeping the 1 sidekick means we're probably going to buy Elf Thief here. We roll an energy, feel the sidekick, pay 2 for Elf Thief, and pass. So yeah, this is common Elf Thief, the one that steals energy based on your opponent's reserve pool energy left over on their turn. So he's got a sidekick, a bolt, question mark, and a mask. And he's just immediately going to pay a bolt. No, excuse me, that's not right. He's going to buy the old school, I think it's a half Elf Thief. The one that forces you to draw a die, and then your opponent gets to choose whether or not they want to put one of those dice in the used or put it back in the bag. Pretty cool. So here we have 4 energy, double shield, question mark, bolt, and we brought resurrection. So we've bookmarked one of those shields for resurrection, and we can pick up a 3-drop. We could either pick up Dwarf Wizard, or we could pick up the rare Tabaxi Rogue, which allows you to prep a die when your opponent fields a sidekick, which is cool. Let's double check that you guys can see this and I'm not just talking to thin air. Yeah, you can see. Hooray. I don't have life totals up. I probably should put up like life totals, but I'm not going to mess around with it. We end up picking up the Tabaxi Rogue because at the very least it's going to make him not want to field sidekicks, and at the very best it's going to prep us some dice. Then we res all of that into the bag. And here he's got 4 energy, 1 bolt, a shield, a fist, and a question mark. So this is the moment where he could pick up a Delayed Blast Fireball, because on the very far edge, you can't see it, he brought a Red Dragon. So he's got the Red Dragon Global Access, so he could just pay a bolt, ping me for 1, reduce the cost of any action by 2, and then pick up a Delayed Blast Fireball for 5, which is really good. It kills his bag a little bit doing so. Oh, he's going to use Ring. He also brought the Ring Global from Faerun Under Siege. And he's going to field a sidekick. So he won't pick up the Delayed Blast Fireball. So he fields another sidekick using the Ring Global, pulls a sidekick, fields it, buys a Kobold, and puts it into the bag with Resurrection. So doesn't want to kill his ramp by picking up a Delayed Blast Fireball. Does end up ramping that really nice halfling. I think it's a halfling. I don't know what it was. It's like a halfling thief. That's what it was. So we roll up all of our characters, and they come up as double energy. We don't have anything over 5. We have the super rare Drizzt, because I figured people are going to be using Swarm as ramp in this format. We get Tabaxi Rogue to land. We don't get Elf Thief to land. Tabaxi Rogue. Can't tell what side that's on. I think it's like a 1-1. I think it ended up rolling a 1-1. We've got a sidekick as well and 3 energy. So we could res here. We could... looks like we're just going to buy Elf Thief. Nothing in the bag, so we'll be filling up with 8, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excuse me, 9 will go into the bag. Keeping as much out of the bag as possible is good in these D&D formats, because from what I've played of D&D, it's really easy to just load your bag up with like low-cost characters. Especially with Swarm being so prevalent and just like little guys being so prevalent. So he's got 4 energy for Kobold, he's got a Bolt and a Fist and 4 other Fists, and then he's got Halfling Thief as well. So he's going to field Halfling Thief, and he's going to use the Halfling Thief ability. No, actually, yeah, it's a one-fielded ability. Using the Halfling Thief ability... Oh, he's going to, here first, pick up the Delayed Blast Fireball. I take 1 because he uses the ping on... the bolt ping on Red Dragon. So I take 1, he picks up for 3 a Delayed Blast Fireball. He's got 10 going into his bag next turn. Halfling Thief's ability, I can't actually remember. I'm fairly certain it does trigger in this situation. It's kind of a gray area, or wasn't in my mind at the time. I'm going to turn the volume down on this video. It's probably not very good quality. Anyway, the timing itself is kind of strange because of the way that they ruled create food and water. And the way that the action works, if it doesn't trigger a bag refill, are there other things that don't trigger bag refills? Eventually I just say it's probably just going to trigger the bag refill. And so I filled my bag up and I let him, or I pulled 2, and then I let him decide if he wanted. either of those two to go to use pile or go back into the bag. Both of them are sidekicks. He puts both of them back into the bag because putting one into the used would be really good for me, thinning my bag a little bit. So I rule that it's probably just going to trigger the bag refill so that the ability goes off when fielded. It should have happened earlier, but at first I didn't think it would trigger, just because of Create Food and Water being that way. I personally think that Create Food and Water is more the outlier, and I came to that conclusion as I thought about it while he was playing out the rest of his turn. We don't get Elf Thief to roll here. It probably would have been good if we could get Elf Thief to roll, but picking up 5 energy total and then buying a Drizzt seems like a really good play because he has 3 of the 4 kobolds. No, excuse me, he has all 4 kobolds purchased. And so if he decides to do any fielding of kobolds, we get some serious value as fielding the Drizzt KOs all swarm characters, which is super cool. So let's see what he pulls here. So he pulls 3 sidekicks and a kobold, which I think was... No, it wasn't set. It was not perfectly set. So yeah. He's got the kobold to roll up. He's got 2 bolts and a shield. He rerolls the kobold for energy. Obviously playing around the possibility of me somehow getting to Drizzt fairly quickly and not worrying too much about triggering the swarm ability or the swarm KOs. He then buys the second of the dice for Delayed Blast Fireball using Red Dragon Global, dropping me to 18. So I'm currently at 18. He's currently at 20. I could actually throw up my life totals pretty easily right here. Boom, boom. Does it work? What if I pull this down? Does it mess with it if I mess with this? I hope not. Okay, that's not my current life totals. I'm at 18. Let's just change it. On the fly, doing the editing. So I roll this junk. Don't get Elf Thief to trigger or to roll again, which is really depressing. So there's that. And let's see if I can put his name in. Nope, nope, nope. Where's this one? And it's Zach. I'm just going to do that so it fits. Boom. Anyway, back to the game. Thinking about what I want to do here. I've got 3 masks. The only thing I can really purchase is Elf Thief, or I could pick up, like the Blessing, which is one of the things that I have. Oh, re-rolling. I could re-roll or get a bolt, which is good. Pay 3 for a dwarf wizard and res all of that into the bag. Trying to maintain some bag management. I could pick up a Blessing. That's really pretty good with a couple of sidekicks and a couple of small guys out there. It just gives +1/+1 whenever you use it. And if you land it on the double burst, it gets +2/+2 to 2, or +1/+1 to another 2 characters. So it gives +1/+1 to everything, and then an additional +1/+1 to 2 target character dice. Wow, he lands the Delayed Blast Fireball. He's going to pop that out there. He lands 5 energy plus a shield, so 6 total. See what he picks up for 5, or if he decides to split it up. He has 2 forms of Swarm on his team. He's got Kobold and the Goblin from the Faerun Under Siege set. He's going to pay 1 and use the Ring Global to pull a bolt into his field. And he's going to then... What? What happened? Why did it all go away? Oh, man. This was going so well. Oh, see, this is why I should not have done it this way. Hold on real quick. Let's see if I can set it back up in a format that you can see. Then we can just pick right back up where we left off, because that was going great. All right, if I open this like this, and then I go here, and then I go add, and then I go... media source. Okay. Browse. No. Window capture. Sorry, everybody. Things were about to get crazy. Window capture. Okay. Does that work? It might not work, guys. That would be sad. I may just have to upload it. That's depressing. It just randomly stops itself. Yeah, that would be really depressing. It looks like it's just going to randomly stop itself and kill the vibe. Way to go. What if I did something different? What if I did this? Aha, I have an even better idea. What about I do screen capture? Display capture. Okay. Look at that, everybody. That's exciting. Can you see it now? Let's see. I'm going to bring up. Yeah, you could. You could see it there. Sweet. I won't be able to like change everything on the fly, sadly, but see if I can skip ahead. Or did it just breaks there? Oh, that's a bummer. I guess it broke when I was. Oh, I know why. It broke when I was exporting it. Bummer. Videos. This. 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 This is another way I can do it. Go like this. Bear with me, everyone. All right, let's give this a shot. Boom. Let's see if this works. Now you should be seeing me checking to see if you are still alive. Everything's still functioning. Look, it's all still functioning. All right, back to where we were. I won't be able to update life totals and everything like that, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. Hey, look, I was doing this. Anyway, so he uses Delayed Blast Fireball, and that's going to trigger. If you don't know what Delayed Blast Fireball it does, whenever it's your opponent's turn, it sits out there, and then it waits for your opponent to either move to the attack step or end their turn, at which point, at the end of their main step, it deals 4 damage to your, every character on your opponent's board, if you're the one playing it, or 6 if it's on its double burst phase, which is really cool. It's also really... It was not good in previous metas, but in a D&D format, it could be pretty good. He uses the Red Dragon Global here to ping me for 1 and pick up the Talisman of Ultimate Evil, which is really cool that he's running that because he's got a bunch of little guys along with Talisman. You just KO some of your little guys and wipe out some of the more important characters using Talisman of Ultimate Evil. Talisman of Ultimate Evil is one of my favorite D&D cards. That card is sick. It's pretty awesome. So here we have Drizzt comes out. Drizzt won't actually do much of anything, especially if he doesn't roll. He comes up as 2 shields. And we've got 2 bolts as well on the D-Wiz. So not rolling characters is not cool. It'd be nice to roll some characters. On his top side, he costs 2 to field. On Dwarf Wizard's top side, he costs 1 to field. So if both of these characters come up, then I would have to pay 3, which is all that I have. Dice Master's thing occurs where you have 2 energy and it moves to 1 energy when you try re-rolling it. So it's sad to miss Drizzt here. He would be the only character that would survive the upcoming Delayed Blast Fireball Blast because he has a 5/5. I think he has a 6/6 top side as well. 5/5 level 2 side, which would survive the 4 damage wipe. But it is at this point after I've rezzed a die from my bag. Wait, actually, I already rezzed, so I shouldn't be able to double res because he didn't bring res. Oops, that was a misplay. Because I think I rezzed once at this point already. No, I didn't refill my bag. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, so that's correct. So all my stuff gets KO'd, and he's got an open board that he's staring at longingly. He's going to refill his bag, and let's see what he pulls. He only has, I think, a 3/3 and a 1/1 and a 1/1, obviously. The 2 sidekicks there and a 3/3, which is, not a ton of damage, but he has me at 17 out of 20. So let's see what he rolls here. He's got a Kobold alongside a second Delayed Blast Fireball. He was able to cycle the Delayed Blast Fireballs back to back. The Delayed Blast Fireball triggers at the end of my turn, and then goes into his used, and then he refills his bag. So both Delayed Blast Fireballs went in, which is just gross because now he has the ability to just run them turn after turn, or at least for this turn and last turn, which is really strong. He lands it, of course, and so he's going to field it. He's going to field the Kobold as well because now he doesn't really feel any pressure. If Drizzt lands, then whoop-de-doo, it's going to get wiped by Delayed Blast Fireball, most likely. Well, actually, not necessarily most likely, but it's a possibility that it gets wiped on its level 1 side. So he is thinking about how he wants to play the rest of this turn out. He's got 3 left over. After fielding Kobold for the 0, I think a 1-2. I can't even remember the stat line. Picks up an Oni, 3-drop. It's got like a 5 attack on top for a 3-drop is pretty sick, pretty good. I refill my bag. I pull 3 sidekicks and an Elf Thief. None of that will survive another Delayed Blast Fireball. Rolling up the stuff that I had KO'd previously to this. You do want to roll these characters and field these characters because it's better to have them cycling through than to have them go into used. So getting them as characters is strong. The Elf Thieves field for free because I have energy in my reserve pool, but they do not steal energy because he does not have any energy to steal. I pay 1 to field a 2/2 Tabaxi Rogue, but he has not been fielding sidekicks, and it's about to get wiped as well. So all of that stuff gets KO'd from the Delayed Blast Fireball, which pops back into his used pile. So again, he just looks at a nice empty board. All we have to do, oh my gosh. All we have to do is have him not draw or roll or field a Delayed Blast Fireball. And he's drawn and rolled it and fielded 3 now, turn after turn after turn. So it's not going too well. Because if we can get anything to ramp at any point, like if we can get a couple of those experience characters to gain some experience points, we could work our way out of the Delayed Blast Fireball range. But he's gone 3 in a row, which is really strong, really, really powerful. He pays and picks up a Goblin. He did not need to roll the Talisman of Ultimate Evil. And then he punches me with I think it's a 3/3. No, it's a 2/2. Punches me with a 2/2 Halfling Thief so he can cycle back into his bag and get the Windfielded effect benefit. Here's another interesting timing thing in the world of Dice Masters, what we're about to experience. So we roll the 4/4 Unicorn, which is going to give all of my good characters, which is every character I brought, +2/+2, right? So that will get some characters out of the range of Delayed Blast Fireball. And we roll the 4/3 Drizzt, which is nice. We also roll all of the other characters as well. Sorry for the camera flickering. For some reason, my camera is really liking desaturating and coming back. It might be time to buy another Logitech C920. Pay to field everything up. But none of this actually even matters because of the way that damage works and because of the way I think the timing has worked. And if you think I'm wrong, that's fine. I would actually prefer it to be the other way. I would have had more of a chance on this turn. But no matter what, I'm pretty sure all of my stuff KOs because the moment they'll all take 4 once I end my turn, or like once I move past the main step to go and end my turn. They'll all take 4. The buff goes away when the Unicorn KOs after taking 4, and they will still maintain the 4 damage on them. At which point they'll all KO and my turn will end. I'm pretty sure that is the timing that it will go. Fielding Drizzt did, in fact, KO the Kobold. So the Kobold will go back into the KO there. But we were talking about the timing. He was asking me about the timing itself of Delayed Blast Fireball. You maintain that 4 damage that you've taken on each of those characters, and they will all reduce to 0 or negative health or durability, whatever you want to call it. He rolls up a bunch of stuff. Doesn't come up characters. He gets a single Kobold to come up and the Halfling Thief to come up as well. So this is the single turn where I don't have to worry about Delayed Blast Fireball. He's going to put the Elf Thief into my used pile, which is good for him. But I am rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters this turn. So all I need is for like a couple of these characters to come down and maybe do some damage and stick and get that Kobold KO'd. Obviously, the easy way to play around that is to just not block with Kobold. But if that's the case, then I at least get to do some damage. I'm at 15 at this point, which is gross. Roll up 4 sidekicks, it looked like, and characters. And we get 2 characters to stick and 3 sidekicks. It's an 0-2 Dwarf Wizard and like a 2-2 Tabaxi Rogue. And then we just miss every other character. So masks, masks, shields, masks. A bunch of energy, all of which I don't need. Field up this stuff. Blank the text on the Kobold so he doesn't get any ramp, but that doesn't matter too much because all of this stuff isn't long for the board. I should probably push here. I've got a 3-3 Tabaxi Rogue, and I think that is an 0-2 Dwarf Wizard, but man, it's just really demoralizing to miss all the characters on the first turn and 4 turns that I know I'm not going to have my things wiped. Plus, with 2 characters in the field, pushing with the 3-3 doesn't actually seem like it's going to do much. Just let it through. It goes back into use. My bag's that much heavier. At this point, we just have to hope that he misses Delayed Blast Fireball. We pay 4 for a what is it called? Half-Elf Bard. Half-Elf Bard won't really do much to protect my characters because I did not bring Action Hate on this team. I really almost did. I should have swapped out... oh man, I just realized I could have played Prismatic Spray this game. Anyway, had Prismatic Spray for most of my stuff. Thought he was going to KO my characters here, but he chooses not to. Now he chooses to, after using Talisman of Ultimate Evil. Talisman of Ultimate Evil says KO X of your character dice to KO X of your opponent's character dice. He cycles one of his controlling pieces and a 1/1 Kobold, which is good. Good cycle, good usage of Talisman of Ultimate Evil to just wipe my characters. Punches in for 3, dropping me to 12. He used the 3/3 Goblin that he just fielded that turn. But yeah, we could have actually used Prismatic Spray during this game to stop his Delayed Blast Fireballs. The past 3 turns would have been a good pickup and a good purchase. Unfortunately, the Half-Elf Bard doesn't do that. I almost brought Action Hate, almost swapped out like Human Paladin for Action Hate. Field the recently rerolled Dwarf Wizard and blocked the text, blanked the text of Halfling Thief. He rerolls the stuff that was KO'd last turn alongside of an Oni. And wow, 2 Delayed Blast Fireballs that get fielded, I'm sure. He rolls both of them at the same time. Both of them come up. So that will deal 8 to my board. So nothing will survive. Nothing will survive. He fields an Oni, KOs the sidekick because that Oni deals 1 damage to an NPC character. Preps a die from his bag. His bag is pretty heavy, but he's got a bunch of strong characters, or a bunch of just good little characters that can deal incremental damage. And when I'm at 12, you don't need much else, especially if that Oni is on its 5 attack side. And I think it is. So that's 7 damage represented on board if I don't have stuff to field next turn. And obviously nothing will survive next turn, so it doesn't even matter if I have stuff to field because it's all going to get wiped. 8 damage, and nothing's surviving that. So he's prepped a Goblin, which is a sick pull for him because it's a 3 attack on top side, and he Red Dragon Globals and picks up a Mordenkainen's Sword, I think is what he picked up. Which is interesting. He can attach that to the Kobold or the Goblin. I don't think you can attach it to the Oni. I miss characters. I get a sidekick. I get Drizzt, and that's good, but Drizzt, when fielded effect, doesn't actually do anything because there are no swarm characters out. I roll up characters, and that's all well and good, but those will all get KO'd. I don't have enough to pay for everything. I don't think I can field the Unicorn. I'm not so sure I can. Field the Drizzt. Actually, I can field the Unicorn. It's free to field. And then no matter what I do here, I can't attack with any of this because I first have to end my main step in order to go to the attack step, and when I end my main step, my entire board takes 8. I forget there's 2 out there. It's so easy to forget that they're sitting out there. But yeah, everything KOs. And he has an open board. So he's got me at 11. He's got a 5 attack and then 2 sidekicks on board. He's rolling, let's see, he's rolling a goblin and a kobold. And both come up, goblin, kobold. And I think he just misrolled a fist or something like that. But yeah, he should just be able to field. That's like a 2/2 goblin, and all he has to do is buy an action, and that's just enough damage to push through. So he takes me down pretty easily just because I did not have anything that could deal with Delayed Blast Fireball. Actually, scratch that. I did, it turns out. I should have just played Prismatic Spray, because every time I used a Prismatic Spray, it would wipe all the card text of all his cards. But unfortunately, I did not do that. So sad days all around. That's me getting wrecked in the first round. I ended up taking the 3rd place in the tournament. So I picked up a bye in the next round, and then I picked up a win. I could show you the win. The win was pretty quick and pretty painless for me. I don't think I took a point of damage, but I don't think it's that impressive or exciting to watch the game itself. And so if you want to watch it, you could, but it's a dragon team. I'm facing up against a dragon team, and I'm playing a kid who this was his first time playing in a little casual tournament at the game closet that we were playing at. So I could definitely show it to you, but there's like just some inconsistencies of play, and you know, you can tell it's somebody new who's kind of nervous, and it was a pretty straightforward game. So that was me getting rolled, getting absolutely clocked, getting wrecked by there we go. Getting absolutely wrecked by Delayed Blast Fireball. That's a pretty cool card. Here, let's turn the webcam back on. Bah! Oh, so much stuff back there. Hey, is the Chris and Rob's game room still streaming? Anyone know? Is anyone talking in chat? Does chat even exist anymore? I don't know. It seems pretty quiet. Pop out chat. Let's see. Is anyone talking? No. Cool. Let's see if Chris and Rob's game room's still going, and then we can call it a night. You guys can do your thing. I hope you've had fun hanging out, looking at packs. Let's see. Let's sum up. Let's sum up what we got in packs, okay? So if you missed the pack opening at the beginning, here's what we got. Go away, name. Go away, name. We got a rare Carrion Crawler. It's a pretty cool card. Okay, we're not going to go through all of every single card. That would be disgusting. Other cards of note. Let's see. What else did we get, you guys? I think we only got like 3 rares out of like 30 packs. We got a rare Mongol from War of Light. We opened up a lot of War of Light packs because I don't have a lot of War of Light, and so I could use the dice. Like the dice count that I have is sad. It's pretty sad. We talked about Mira and how awesome this card used to be, and how I missed the global of reducing the 5 or more combat damage to 2. How sick would that be in this like fix it? Well, it's not really a fix it meta. It's more of a just everyone hates super rare Yanti meta. So it wouldn't be very good against super rare Yanti, but against fix it now we're talking, or dragons. You know, against dragons it would be pretty good. That'd be kind of cool to bring back. Let's see. We talked about what else did we talk about? Oh, we talked about what I should run tomorrow. I need 3 7 drops, or 3. I need 3 7 or above cards to run in this 3 wishes thing that we're gonna run. I also need to post about that. I don't think we got much else. We got 2 rares, 3 rares. Here's the Joker. We got this rare Joker. Rare Joker. Dude's cool. We talked about how this swap attack and defense should still be in the game. I missed this. I missed that card. I missed that global. Excuse me. We congratulated Zane Carrick for picking up the win. Why is that still on? For picking up the win on the casual card of the week. I'm going to give him some money because I have some. Since Dice Masters hasn't released or WizKids hasn't released a set in forever, you know, I don't have anything to do with my money, so I'm just going to give it to you guys. You guys make fun, interesting casual cards, and you're just going to get my cash. Like, look. Like, I was so starved of where is it? Right here. I was so, okay, check this out. I wanted to open packs so bad, right? that I went to my local game store and I bought Magic the Gathering cards. I haven't played this game in like 5 years. I don't even know some of the things that I'm looking at in this stack of cards. Like, it would take me so much money to get into this game. Ridiculous amounts of money to get into this game. And yet I went and bought cards because I love opening packs. And actually I do have this like itch currently where I just want to get cards and like play a card game. And I'm not going to touch Star Wars Destiny. I'm sorry. If you like Star Wars Destiny, that's cool, man. Like I have 2 sets in my closet behind me in one of these boxes back here, but I'm not going to get back into that game. It was just too, I don't know. So I went and got Magic the Gathering cards because I don't have anything to spend the money on. I guess I could buy a new webcam because this one's freaking out now. Oh man. What are you guys spending your money on now? There's a good poll in the Dice Masters Unlimited chat. Anyway, it's late. I gotta pack some more tomorrow. This is not even all of it. Like, this is some of it. Or this is most of it. I'm mostly done. I move on Thursday. This is mostly done. It's just, still got more to go. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I opened some packs. Things happened. It was fun. There's money. See you later. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.